All right, today we're going to tackle a huge question, one that sits right where our spiritual lives and our day-to-day material lives crash into each other. I mean, really think about it. Can spirituality actually lead to material wealth? Is it possible that what you do on the inside can literally change your bank account on the outside? It sounds kind of out there, right? So how could that even work? Let's dig in. Okay, so our journey starts by meeting some pretty important figures who are believed to hold the keys to all this, the gods of fortune. So, at the heart of this are beings called the Kaishen, which literally means wealth gods. Now, in traditions like Tibetan Buddhism, these aren't just some vague symbols. No, they're seen as real, powerful forces, kind of like divine wealth managers who help make sure people have what they need to live and to practice their spirituality. And get this, it's not just one guy. We're talking about a whole pantheon, a whole family of prosperity deities. You've got the 5 families of Kaishen, all with different colors and different jobs. You've got Padmasambhava Kaishen, the great treasure king Vaishravana. I mean, it's like a whole celestial department of finance. Okay, so to make this feel a little less abstract, let's zoom in and actually meet a couple of the most famous Kaishen and see what they're all about. Right, so on one hand you have the yellow Kaishen. He's kind of the big boss, the leader of the wealth gods. And his whole purpose? To give you the resources you need so you don't have to worry about money and can focus on your spiritual path. He's often holding a jewel-spitting mongoose, which is pretty cool. Then on the other hand, there's the white Kaishen. His story is incredible. He was born from the compassionate tears of a Bodhisattva. So his mission is way more direct, to wipe out the actual suffering that poverty causes. So one is about enabling your journey, and the other is about ending hardship right now. So, okay, does that mean prosperity is just a matter of, picking the right deity and asking for cash? Is that all there is to it? Well, not quite. The real teachings say it's way deeper than that. The real power isn't in asking, it's in doing. And that brings us to the real engine of this whole system, the active personal practice of generosity. This is where you go from asking for fortune to actually creating it yourself. The core idea here is something called bushi. And this isn't just, dropping some change in a charity box. It's the active, conscious practice of cultivating generosity. It's seen as the primary way you accumulate what's called fu, which is merit or good fortune. Basically, you are literally planting the seeds of your own future wealth. But here's where it gets really interesting. Not all giving has the same impact. There's a kind of ladder of merit. At the base level, you have compassionate giving, helping the poor, the sick, anyone who's suffering. That creates a lot of good karma. But even better, supporting the sacred, making offerings to temples, helping out spiritual projects, that generates even more merit. But the ultimate power-up, the real game changer, is your intention. When you give and then you selflessly dedicate all the positive results of that action to the benefit of every single being, not just yourself, well, the merit from that is said to be absolutely immense, just off the charts. Okay, so that idea of dedicating merit, that's a clue that we're about to go even deeper. We're about to pivot from the value of material stuff to something else entirely, something considered infinitely more valuable. The Diamond Sutra sets this up perfectly. It asks us to imagine something almost impossible to even picture, giving away treasures enough to fill countless worlds. I mean, just try to think about that. The merit from that would be, well, you'd think it would be infinite, right? But then the sutra hits you with a wild comparison. And here it is. Which gift is greater? On one side, you have that impossible act of material giving. On the other side, simply accepting, upholding, and explaining even a single 4-line verse of wisdom to someone else. And the verdict? The merit from sharing that little bit of wisdom is incalculably greater than all the material wealth and all the universes combined. It's not even close. See, material giving creates worldly fortune, which is great, but it's finite. But sharing wisdom, that creates the kind of merit that leads to ultimate liberation. So, what does this all mean for us? It means real prosperity isn't a choice between having money and having insight. It's about cultivating both in perfect balance. There's this beautiful old saying that just nails this idea. Cultivating wisdom without merit, the enlightened one holds an empty bowl. Cultivating merit without wisdom, the great elephant wears a jeweled necklace. So what does that mean? It means that merit, or fu, and wisdom, or hui, are like the 2 wings of a bird. You absolutely need both to fly. The merit, which you get through giving and compassion, gives you the resources and the good luck you need for your journey. It smooths the path, but it's wisdom that lets you actually see the path and know where you're going. See, without wisdom, all that merit is just temporary success. You're like a rich elephant, that's still just an animal. And without merit, the path is so full of obstacles that even the wisest person can't make any progress. You gotta have both. So, we come full circle. The spiritual path to prosperity. It's clearly not just about getting more stuff. It's about generating both the outer resources that make life possible and the inner wisdom that makes life meaningful. It's about creating a life that is not only successful, but is also truly free. Then that leaves us with one last thing to think about. What is the true nature of the wealth that you are seeking?